Hello students, today we are going to see the energy level diagram for molecular orbitals. For better understanding, please refer my previous videos of molecular orbital theory part 1 and part 2, whose links are given in the description below. Now let us enter into the topic. The diagram shows the relative energies of molecular orbitals formed for homonuclear diatomic molecules. Except oxygen, fluorine and neon, there will be some slight energy difference in them. In this diagram, see first these 1s, 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz are the atomic orbitals of one atom, and here this side 1s, 2s and 2px, 2py, 2pz are the atomic orbitals of another combining atom, and these are the molecular orbitals formed by the combination of these atomic orbitals. So in this diagram, since 2s atomic orbitals have higher energy than 1s atomic orbitals, therefore the pairs of molecular orbitals obtained from 2s atomic orbitals have higher energy than 1s atomic orbitals. Molecular orbitals formed by 1s atomic orbitals. However, within the same pairs of molecular orbitals, the bonding molecular orbital has lower energy than the antibonding molecular orbital. Now, the energies of the pairs of molecular orbitals obtained by the combination of 2px with 2px, 2py with 2py and 2pz with 2pz atomic orbitals are higher than those of the pairs of molecular orbitals obtained by 2s atomic orbitals. However, out of these 6 molecular orbitals, 2px and pi 2px and pi 2py have equal energies and they are said to be degenerate state, whereas pi star 2px and pi star 2py also have equal energies and they are also degenerate. Further, out of 6 molecular orbitals formed by the combination of p orbitals, pi 2px and pi 2py have lowest energy and sigma star 2pz has the highest energy. The energy of sigma 2pz is higher than that of pi 2px and pi 2py, and the energy of pi star 2px and pi star 2py, the energies of pi star 2px and pi star 2py are in between the energies of sigma 2pz and sigma star 2py. Thus, the order of molecular orbitals for homonuclear diatomic molecules from hydrogen to nitrogen, you can take from hydrogen to nitrogen. This is the increasing order of molecular orbitals obtained. So this is the order of increasing order of molecular orbitals. Sigma 1s lesser than sigma star 1s, then sigma 2s, then sigma star 2s. See here sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s. Then pi 2px equal to pi 2py because their energies are equal. Then sigma 2pz. Then pi star 2px equal to pi star 2py. Then sigma 2pz. This is the increasing order of molecular orbitals obtained by the combination of atomic orbitals. This is the molecular orbital diagram for homonuclear diatomic molecules such as oxygen, fluorine and neon. When we compare the molecular orbital diagram, that is the increasing order of molecular orbitals for boron, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, fluorine, neon, one thing is clear, there is slight energy difference. See, in case of oxygen, fluorine, neon, after sigma star 2s, sigma 2pz, then pi 2px, pi 2py followed by pi star 2px, pi star 2py and then sigma star 2pz. Whereas in case of boron, carbon, nitrogen, the order is that after sigma star 2s, it is pi 2px, pi 2py, then sigma 2pz, pi star 2px, pi star 2py, then pi star sigma star 2pz. In order to remember this in a simple way, in case of boron, carbon, nitrogen, after sigma star 2s, you'll be having pi 2px, pi 2py. You can remember it as 2. Then sigma 2pz 1. Then pi star 2px, pi star 2py it is 2. Sigma star 2px z is 1. So this number you can remember in a simple way. 2 1 2 1. Here we can put a line here. 2, 1. These two numbers for bonding molecular orbitals, and this is for anti-bonding molecular orbitals. 2 means pi 2px, 2 pi 2p. Two boxes are the two molecular orbitals. This 2 indicates 2 pi 2px, pi 2py. 1 indicates sigma 2pz, and 2 indicate pi star 2px, pi star 2py, and 1 indicates sigma star 2pz. Whereas in case of oxygen, if seen, after sigma star 2s, it is sigma 2pz, which is one box, that is one orbital. So you can understand like this: 1 after sigma 2pz, it is pi 2px, pi 2py. It is two box, 2 pi 2px, pi 2py, two orbitals. 2 followed by pi star 2px, pi star 2py, two boxes, two orbitals. 2 again, and sigma star 2pz is 1. So again it is 1 2 2 1. So this is bonding, this is anti-bonding. 1 implies the sigma 2pz, 2 implies sigma pi 2px, pi 2py, and this is pi star 2px, pi star 2py, and 1 stands for sigma star 2pz. Now we have to see why this energies of molecular orbitals are different. Why the molecular energy level diagrams are different for boron, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Generally, it would be expected that sigma 2p orbital would be of lower energy when compared to pi 2p orbital, because sigma bonds are generally stronger. Therefore, they are more stable and should be of lower energy. However, for some of the elements such as boron, carbon, nitrogen, sigma 2p orbitals lies at a higher energy than pi 2p orbitals. And this is because the difference between 2s and 2p atomic orbitals is very small. Okay. And because of this energy difference, because of this small energy difference between sigma 2s and 2p atomic orbitals, as a result, sigma 2s and sigma 2p are so close together. Therefore, the repulsive force between the electrons present in them raise the energy of sigma 2p above that of pi 2p molecular orbitals. Whereas in case of oxygen, fluorine, and neon, normally this energy difference between 2s and 2p orbitals are not much smaller. There should be a decent of energy gap between them. Therefore, there is no problem of repulsion between them. So in other words, in case of oxygen and fluorine, neon, there is no 2s and 2p overlap. That is, 2s and 2p will not mix. The energy difference between them is quite large. So therefore, the molecular orbitals of energy molecular orbital energy diagram for boron, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, fluorine, neon differs. Okay. Now, from the molecular orbital diagrams, we can predict the stability of the molecules. We can predict the stability of the molecules in terms of bonding and anti-bonding electron. That is, number of bonding and number of anti-bonding electron. Nb stands for number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals, and Na stands for number of electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbitals. In this first case, when Nb is greater than Na, the number of bonding electrons is more than the number of anti-bonding electrons. Then the molecule is stable. This is because the number of bonding orbitals are occupied than number of anti-bonding orbitals. This results in the net attraction, net force of attraction. Next case, Nb is lesser than Na. The molecule is unstable in this case. This is because the anti-bonding influence is greater than the bonding influence, resulting in the net force of repulsion here. In the next case, Nb is equal to Na. Here again the molecule is again unstable. This is because even if the number of electrons in bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals equal, the anti-bonding influence of the electrons in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals is greater than the bonding influence of the electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. Again, we can predict the stability of the molecules in terms of bond order. The bond order is defined as half the difference between number of bonding and number of antibonding electrons. Okay. So again, in this case, if Nb is greater than Na, if you consider this case, Nb is greater than Na, then the bond order will become positive. Okay. If the number of Nb is lesser than Na, then the molecule is unstable. The bond order will be negative in that case. If Nb is greater than Na, bond order will be positive. If Nb is lesser than Na, if you substitute, then the bond order is negative. Okay, what happens if Nb equal to Na, the bond order becomes 0 again. So if the bond order is 0 means the molecule does not exist. Also, the relative stability of the molecules in terms of bond order we can predict. The stability is again directly proportional to the bond order, because if the bond order is more, the bond length will be shorter. If the bond length is shorter, it requires more energy to break. That is high bond dissociation enthalpy. There's a molecule with a bond order 3. If the molecule has a bond order 3, it is more stable, because bond order 3 means it has a triple bond. Therefore, bond length is shorter. Therefore, high energy is required. That is, bond enthalpy is more. Therefore, it is more stable. We can predict the nature of bond in terms of bond order also. Bond order 1 means it is having a single bond. 2 means double bond between the atoms. 3 means triple bond between the atoms in a molecule. However, the difference between a chemical bond and a bond order lies in the fact that a chemical bond is always, always it is an integral number, but bond order can be fractional also. And most important thing, magnetic behavior. We can predict the magnetic behavior of the molecule. If all the electrons in the molecule are paired, it is diamagnetic in nature. If the molecule has some unpaired electrons in it, then it is paramagnetic in nature. The next video, we'll see the electronic configuration of the molecules using a Moby diagram.